Welcome to the podcast, esteemed viewers and learners. I'm Carlos Saju. Today, we are going to discuss two important titles. Why don't you? Exploring the psychology of inaction. Why not? Understanding the power of negation in decision making. Difference. Why don't you? Is a more casual, conversational way of asking someone why they haven't done something or why they are not doing something. It implies a sense of curiosity or suggestion. On the other hand, why not is a more direct way of asking why someone is not choosing a certain option or taking a certain action. It's often used to challenge assumption or encourage someone to consider an alternative perspective. Structure. Both phrases typically begin with the word why, followed by a contraction don't or not, do plus not, and then the subject pronoun you. The rest of the structure depends on the context of the conversation or the specific situation being addressed. They can be used in various forms such as questions, statements, or exclamation. Why don't you and why not are both used to make suggestions or proposals, but they have slightly different structures and nuances. Why don't you is a suggestion or recommendation, often implying that the speaker believes the action would be a good idea. Structure. WH family, especially why, and supporting verb do. If it is negative, do plus not, don't. Basically, we call as a contraction plus you subject plus base form of the verb plus optional adjective, preposition, conjunction, or complement, etc. Examples. Why don't you try the new restaurant down the street? Why don't we go for a walk in the park? Next, we are going to discuss about why not. It's also a suggestion, but it's more neutral and can sometimes imply a challenge or invitation. Structure. Why, WH question, and not, plus base form of the verb, plus optional subject or object or complement except. Examples. Why not have a barbecue this weekend? Why not take a different route to work? Why not go for a swim in the lake? Why not order pizza for a dinner? Why not go for a hike this weekend? Why not start your own business? Why not watch the sunrise tomorrow? Why not plan a picnic in the park? Why not join a book club? Why not take up a photography as a hobby? Why not go to the movies tonight? Why not write a letter to an old friend? Examples for why don't you? Why don't you join us for dinner tonight? Why don't you give painting a try? Why don't you ask your boss for a raise? Why don't you wear a blue dress to the party? Why don't you call your parents more often? Why don't you start a channel to track your progress? Why don't you switch to a healthier diet? Why don't you try yoga for stress relief? Why don't you learn a new language? Why don't you explore a new hobby? Why don't you adopt a pet from the shelter? Why don't you clean out your closet and donate old clothes? Dear listeners and supporters, I request you to spread the news to the club and the community. If you like, give positive them and share. More topics or titles recommend, I'm ready to appear in front of you. Thank you very much for your support.